Yo! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy T-Ski, bro. Y'all could call me Tito. And today, man, I got a Dream Team documentary for y'all boys. Now, this is a cool little video. It's an hour long. But you know we don't cut our stuff into different parts. We don't do that, so we finna just rock out with this. It's, what time is it? 9:28 in the morning. Let's go ahead and bust this in, man. I got some work to get done today, boy. Let's get it in early. If you're new to the channel, throw me a like, subscribe, join the family. We growing every day. We on the way to 5K. You know what I mean? We on the way to 5K. Let's get to it. Hey, man. Little Dream Team. I know y'all like Michael Jeffrey. I know y'all love Larry Bird. I know y'all rock with Magic. Let's see who else y'all rock with. All the rest of them. John Stockton, David Robinson. You know? Who else was on the team? I gotta see. I can't name it off the top of my head. But let's get into the video, man. Oh. Hey. Would y'all rock with me if I start streaming? I'm finna start streaming on the weekends type. You know, I'm gonna just be playing a game like Madden, 2K, Warzone. Y'all come in and stream and chill with me on the weekend, a little Sunday or something. Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Hey, top comment, that's what I'm reacting to. Somebody drop a banger and everybody like it, and we gonna tap in tomorrow. Let me know. But without further ado, man, let's get to it.
Why do people talk about dreams so much in sports?
I don't know.
Dream seasons. Dream matchups.
Big Will.
Dream opportunities. They do it because so much of sports
I don't want some
is
Will.
about imagining what you want things to be like. If only the setting were just right.
It was one of those times none of us will ever forget.
The characters just right.
I don't know anything about Angola, but Angola's in trouble.
The timing just right.
11 Hall of Famers. I don't think you can ever do that again at no point in time.
11
If
Hall of
only it could all
Famers.
be
It's
the way
crazy.
you might have dreamed it up yourself.
Are you filming?
Yep.
That was the most exhilarating 15 seconds of my life.
People perceived us as
Larry.
being superheroes.
Please, Michael Jordan!
No Isaiah Thomas stuff.
Thomas question.
Cool.
What?
We became a team, and that team
Hey.
stomped on everybody.
He let it know he let it be known early. He said, don't ask you about Lil Isaiah. You know what I mean? Because I want to put hands on Lil Bro. So if you want to ask him, I'm going to put hands on you, bro. He do not like Isaiah Thomas. He do be hating, though. Every video we don't watch, Isaiah Thomas be hating. He be hating for sure. Look at past Barkley. Oh, my goodness.
This never happened in
Scotty.
sports. Nowhere.
Well, I figured eventually there'd be a movie made about the Dream Team.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team
Patrick
sports.
Ewing. Who else on the squad? John Stockton, that's him.
God bless you, and God bless America.
20 years can go by pretty fast, and the world isn't gonna stop and wait for you to remember what it used to look like. 1992 was a time of change. New faces in America quickly transforming into cultural icons. None more so than the superstars of the NBA.
The Bulls have repeated. Let the party begin.
After the legends of the 80s had lifted the league's profile to new heights, a fresh crop of players have blown the lid off.
Ooh, Charles looking fast. Oh my God, Charles looking fast. Give me that. Oh,
Their
wind.
talents
It's windy
and
outside,
their
baby.
charisma made them more than just basketball players.
I am not a role model.
They were a new kind of star athlete whose popularity transcended the
Oh,
game.
Is it the shoes?
No, Mom.
And now the very best of them awaited their brightest showcase. the world's largest athletic stage, the Olympic Games in Barcelona, Spain, even if no one truly realized the impact they would make there.
It's a watershed moment in the history of sports, not just the Olympics, not just basketball. It moved the culture along.
But in 1992, not everyone was ready for them. Not everyone thought pro basketball stars had a place in the Olympics.
This kind of thing had never, ever been done.
This was the first.
So there was a lot of
USA basketball,
bear, if you will, by people in my profession. Sports journalists and journalists in general were skeptical, angry, because this wasn't the Olympic movement.
The Olympic ideal had always been about amateur competition, which meant the United States had always sent basketball teams made up of college kids. Teams that dominated for decades. In 1972, the Soviet Union was awarded a victory over the U.S. in a controversial gold medal game.
The United States apparently had won the game, but the debate still goes on.
To this day, that American team still hasn't claimed their silver medals. But that result seemed like a fluke when the Americans got the gold in their next 2 Olympic appearances.
U.S. has its 9th.
Why didn't they take the silver?
While the U.S. celebrated, though.
And if they would have added Isaiah Thomas, if they would have let him play, if Michael wasn't being like that, or they would have added somebody. Who else was in the league? It was a Hall of Famer. They would have added somebody, bro. It would have been 12 Hall of Famers. That would have been an insane. Not saying Christian Laettner messed it up, but he just didn't fit the criteria. But it's good though. He's a college Hall of Famer, I guess. It's cool.
Upset.
Chuck looked the part. He was the guy that looked like he owned the arena, but he would also push the broom.
His hair was beautiful. His suits were immaculate. He wanted to win, but he wanted to look good.
As the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, Daly did both, winning back-to-back championships in 1989 and 90.
The Pistons are winners and still champions of the world.
The Pistons were nicknamed the Bad Boys for their aggressive and some said dirty style of play, never more evident than in their memorable playoff battles with Michael Jordan's Bulls.
God. Wait. The Pistons coach got to be the coach for the Team USA, and they did not let Isaiah play? Bro, get the fuck. Bro, that's not a real coach, bro. I'm sorry. I know it's MJ. He don't like him. But if I'm the coach of the Pistons, IT coming. IT coming, bro. Y'all better try not let me get a second player. Cause I'm gonna try to bring 2, but IT's coming for sure. What? That's dang near grimy though. Yeah, I gotta hear why.
Detroit and Chicago had no love for each other.
So when Daly was named the Dream Team coach, many wondered how he'd handle working with the Bulls' biggest star.
I was being asked to wrestle with some demons and some issues.
But the coach was well acquainted with the task of managing personalities.
He coached the bad boys. And if you can coach those, you can coach anybody.
One player Daly wouldn't be coaching in the Olympics, however, was his own star in Detroit, point guard Isaiah Thomas, who controversially had been left off the team's roster.
No matter how much people try to say now, it was no big a deal. It was a big deal.
I talked to Isaiah at the beginning of the year about the aspect he wasn't on the team, and he was not comfortable with it. I'm sure he is very hurt. He's a very deserving player, but he was not selected.
Thomas was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but was also seen by many as the biggest cultivator of the bad boys image in Detroit.
And now Isaiah Thomas and Cartwright are swinging.
Isaiah was the general. He was the guy that would yap at his teammates and say, knock him on the ass, do whatever you got to do.
A beautiful backdoor pass from Pippen, and he is walloped. He knew he was going to get hit.
I despised the way that he played the game.
Did you want him on the dream team?
No, I did not want him on the team.
Did Michael, did he want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but I don't think he wanted him on the team.
Said I can't speak for him.
Speculation.
But I know what it is.
Your icy relationship with Isaiah Thomas is the reason that he was not selected. Well, what is your reaction to that?
That was one of the stipulations put to me prior to me even committing, that Isaiah wasn't a part of the team. I was getting strong innuendos that it wasn't just, it was coming from higher places that didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team.
Certainly things are being pointed at me because of our relationship and of course about the way that the end of the game between Detroit and Chicago ended.
We were
bro, I'm not gonna lie. See, look, I'm connecting the dots. It makes sense. So if I was Isaiah Thomas, I would be a hater too. This is the dream team, bro. Y'all put a college player in over me. I got 2 rings. I put Jordan out twice. And y'all putting a college player in over me? What? I earned my stripes. Y'all just don't like me because of how I am? What? I like it. I like IT now. I like IT now. Y'all did him wrong, bro. Y'all did him wrong. And you a hooper, IT. Go ahead and keep hating. I love the negativity.
Just after the Pistons had been eliminated by the Bulls, and it was a very bad timing for Isaiah. Everybody had fresh in their mind the picture of Isaiah walking off the court.
Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left.
When the Pistons walked off the court before the final bell, I think it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
All right, no Isaiah Thomas stuff.
No Isaiah Thomas questions.
Cool.
Jordan and the team were done answering questions about Isaiah. But with training camp approaching, a bigger question would need to be answered.
Hello, how you doing?
How would the 12 stars that were selected play together?
Welcome.
Training camp began on June 22nd, 1992, in La Jolla, California. And when the gym doors opened, no one was quite sure what to expect, especially the players themselves.
It's a lot of egos in one gym and on one team. Everybody wanted their form to shine and showcase why they were a part of this team.
With all these stars on the team, if it comes down to the last shot, who's gonna take the shot?
Me. Everybody in the world has an ego. The only difference between us, we have.
Pat, get your ugly ass. Oh, boy, you not getting the last shot, boy. Your turtle face ass. Get the fuck on, bro.
Reason to have an ego.
Everyone
I'm done pausing.
Everybody. And when practice started that first day, every player seemed to be trying to prove just how great they were.
Come here, little dude. Yo.
It was a very competitive practice, and I'm thinking, aren't we all on the same team?
Patrick go, I don't want to play with David, I want to play against him. Then you hear Michael say, I don't want to be on Magic's team, I want to play against him.
Every evaluation of Michael Jordan at that time was, he's good, but he's never Magic Johnson. In my competitive nature, I wanted to use every little bit that I could gather so that I can gain an advantage.
Karl Malone, he's the only guy I would even compare to myself at the power forward position. So I want to prove that I was the best power forward in the world.
Charles. Yeah, he's a great talent. Do I think he's better than me? Hell no. So let's do this.
Let's get it.
By the time this
Give me that, Charles.
You're going to be thinking I'm damn good, too.
The first practice, Barkley drives baseline, and Karl Malone jumps up like this. Barkley just dunked on him.
Oh,
so
my
hard.
God.
It was just an unbelievable play. I felt like, man, I cannot believe that I'm part of this practice.
It's a head tap, dummy.
A few days later, the team had a chance to acclimate themselves to playing on the same side. Chuck Daly had scheduled a scrimmage against a select group of college players, a group thrilled to be facing off against their idols.
I found out today I might be picking up Magic a little bit full court, so, things are just happening for
Bobby
me.
Hurley?
It really makes me happy.
My whole thought process
I would not be happy
don't
about that.
embarrass yourself. And that was like the theme for me, like just hang in there.
A lot of those people that I've looked up to, Barkley, Malone, a lot of those people talk confidence, and I think it's going to be a good
Chris
match.
Webber?
You know, there's no advantage on either side.
For the college players, it was a chance to see how they'd match up against the world's best. For Coach Daly, it was an opportunity to get...
Bro, they low-key could have picked up Chris Webber, bro. He's way better than Leitner.
his stars to
been
grow
better.
into a single unit.
I think we're somewhere between the mentality of an all-star game and trying to come together as a team. So we've got to continually work on this.
Daly had been hired for his ability to manage personalities and egos. And when the scrimmage began, it became apparent that his players had left one of their biggest weapons, those egos, somewhere else.
The non-fan would think,
Oh
they're going to go in there and they're each going to want their own ball, and Jordan's going to be hogging the ball, and Magic's going to be dribbling all over the place. Point of fact, it was the exact opposite. They overpassed.
It was like, I don't want to start it off. You do it. And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other.
What?
We didn't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt any egos. And so these young kids, they were killing us.
They got Grant Hill?
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
Chris Webber was a man. I thought, boy,
Webber,
that's the guys come this league, I could get out of here.
Bobby Hurley was dominant.
I did have some success penetrating and collapsing the defense, and our energy, our excitement to play.
Who is Bobby out there looking like John Stockton? I thought that was John Stockton. That's you, Bobby? Hey, Bobby who?
Played in our favor.
Bobby Hurley didn't
Okay.
play 2 seasons in the NBA.
Oh my God, is it?
Nevertheless, it did expose the one weakness they could have had, which is defending against quick guards.
They were playing great.
Bobby hooping.
Then I noticed that Michael Jordan's not playing.
I'm saying something. Chuck, then he said, we're all right. Yeah, we're all right.
Daly watched as his players failed to make up the deficit. And in their first taste of outside competition, the Dream Team lost.
What?
A story their coach didn't want the press to get their hands on.
I remember Chuck saying as soon as the game ended and we were getting ready to let media in, it was erase the scoreboard.
They
Media
lost.
comes in, scores, if not hundreds. They can sense something. You can feel the tension, or you can feel something in the air.
Well, some of these college players we've just got through playing against probably should be on this team, but they'll get their chance.
The teams posed for a picture together.
Larry kept it
not
real.
sure what to make of what had just happened. But the man in charge may have had the answer.
He threw the game. Chuck threw the game. If you look how much Jordan played and how he subbed guys in, not picking up, not making any adjustments, he knew what he was doing.
It was legit. It felt tremendous.
Why though?
What we were doing that day, they couldn't stop it.
Like, why would he do that? He did that just to show, like, y'all need Isaiah Thomas? Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's doing? I feel like that's what he's doing.
Kids who believe in not many people would have done it. And he did it.
It was gratifying to Chuck for us to get our butts beat like that, because now we had to listen to him.
From then on, he had a way of just saying, you could lose.
After fixing his collars and his hair, his speech was, anybody can get beat, so you gotta be ready to play. And I think that's the only speech he ever gave us.
The message got across. I mean, Chuck couldn't have been happier, I'm sure.
It was brilliant on Chuck's part to be able to orchestrate that and play along like he didn't.
Why didn't he tell you guys?
We probably would have screwed it up.
The next day, training camp ended with a rematch against the college kids. And once play started, everything made sense again.
the tables would turn drastically.
He was like, all right, now let's
showed
hoop.
them why we are who we are. We pretty much beat them by 100.
They couldn't score. And by the way, Jordan played a lot more that next scrimmage.
Before the Dream Team could play in the 1992 Olympics, they had to qualify. The place to do that was Portland, Oregon, and the Tournament of the Americas. It would be the public's first chance to see the NBA stars together in a game, especially Jordan, Bird, and Magic. Daly had asked all three to be team captains, but Jordan had turned him down.
I knew how much it meant to both of those guys because they never had the opportunity to play on the Olympics. So I said, you know what, Chuck, don't worry about me. You know, let these old dogs do it.
Magic and Bird weren't just the team's oldest players. They were also the most revered. They had entered the league together in 1979, embarking on a rivalry that had redefined the NBA. And along the way, their personal admiration for one another had grown.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
In 1992, they'd be getting the chance to share the ball. But the opportunity would be coming at the end of their careers. Bird had given his soul to the game. But after so many years, his body was betraying him.
Had back problems. It just get to the point where you just couldn't play. I mean, you couldn't think, couldn't move, couldn't run. You know, if you can't feel your feet, it's hard to run.
Larry was on the fence because of his back, so I said, man, LB, you gotta play, man. You gotta play. This is our last chance to be together.
Magic would be able to convince his old friend to play. But at the start of the 1991-92 NBA season, he was forced to retire after learning he had the HIV virus.
Damn.
Doctors would eventually clear him to play in the Olympics, though that didn't stop fears from swirling.
There's a lot of players that really didn't want him to play, didn't want to play with him or against him, because nobody knew what disease meant. You know, they say you get a little blood on you, you got HIV, or you breathe on you, you know. I never bought any of that, you know. You just keep going. And that's what Irving decided to do, just keep pushing, keep going.
6, 5, three-pointer, yes!
I never heard nobody call him Irving, but that is kind of crazy, bro. Like, they just heard he got that shit. Nobody else even heard of that shit. They were scared. They thought that was like cooties, boy. You touch them, you get it. It's crazy. It's an amazing comeback by Magic, though.
Magic had made a cameo in the 1992 All-Star Game and had focused his attention on the Olympics, hoping for an encore of a lifetime alongside his old rival.
Our careers were really over, and it was something I thought needed to happen for both of us.
Their debut would take place at Portland's Rose Garden, with their team needing to medal in the Tournament of the Americas to qualify for the Olympics. That seemed like a foregone conclusion to just about everyone, including their first opponents, who were completely in awe before the game even started.
The Cuban team spontaneously drops to its knees as if 12 popes had come by on Easter Sunday.
Like, come on, get a picture.
This is merely a basketball game.
Go get my phone.
It's been ripped asunder.
Stupid ass.
It was a surreal feeling. She's like, dude, we're here to kick y'all behind. And they want to take pictures with you.
Then the game begins. Magic and Larry come out together, two guys that had saved the league. They wouldn't even be playing this game without those two. And Magic passed the ball. Larry makes the first basket.
Banking in, goes to the fadeaway.
Bucket.
I mean, you know, it just didn't get any better than that.
The U.S. was off and running, and the result was a thing of beauty.
Johnson leading the break.
Hey, good pass,
no
boy.
one seemed more excited to be sharing the court than the co-captains. Opening night was a smashing success, with the outcome never in doubt.
Bullet from Magic.
Hey.
And late in the game, the fans in Portland decided they wanted a curtain call from a 3-time MVP.
The crowd start cheering, Larry, Larry, Larry.
He that guy.
Crowd reacts to the entrance of Larry Bird. A standing ovation.
And as he'd done so many other times in his career, Larry Bird rose to the occasion.
Jordan with the behind-the-back save. Here's Bird. Yes.
You just knew that Larry Bird was not going to miss that shot.
It was a virtually flawless performance. The final margin of victory was 77 points.
Dang!
And Magic and Bird had led the way. For Magic in particular, after a year out of the game, the victory had a special kind of meaning.
77?
With HIV, never even thinking that I would ever have a chance to play basketball again, and then basketball for the United States.
Hey, Team USA is low-key like, you know when you little, you like 8th grade, play A. This for my guys that play AAU, bro. AAU, 8th grade, or if your kids play AAU, and they play against the team with all the reclass kids, this is what it feel like. I used to feel like I was playing against Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, bro. They used to be 6'5" and up, and they could dunk, they could shoot, and play defense. There's nothing you could do. I used to, yeah, bro. I know, hey, y'all know the feeling, bro. If you never played, you know the feeling from watching, bro. Them kids was too good. You know what I mean? I almost asked dude for a picture one day. He came down between the legs on us. I said, yeah, bro, you going to the NBA. Let me get my picture in now. You know what I mean? That kid grew up to be Michael Jordan.
It was therapy for me, and I needed that in the worst way.
And then there was the matter of making sure Michael Jordan knew he was back as well.
Yeah, you hear what the captain said? The captain said, sit down, or this boat is going to sink.
That's right. Have a seat, because you're going to fall, and then that's going to happen.
That's the seniority right there.
I know it.
With Magic and Michael, there was that little extra something there, you know, and something kind of to prove to each other.
I took it upon myself to always shoot with Michael. Okay, MJ, free throws today. Who was the first one to 50? Or we had little games, who was the better shooter?
You know what you got to do. Know what you got to
do. Little hook. You don't got that in his bag. Well, Kareem taught him the secrets.
He didn't want to relinquish that control of the 80s, in a sense, even though we were going into the 90s.
Don't touch the phone.
We wouldn't let go.
One hand, don't touch it.
Okay. They playing horse and shit?
You know, he just come off missing a whole year. So it was who can win, who's going to have the bragging rights by the end of this trip.
You can't get too close to Michael, it's a foul.
You haven't committed a foul in almost a year and a half, man. How can you talk?
Michael's always tried to let people know that he's the top dog in whatever. That's just his competitive mode.
I'm the young guy with the elder statesman. These old guys, they got arthritis. They can't stay in one spot too long.
Hey, Jordan he like the raw freshman on the squad. Like all the old dudes rock with him because he raw, but he really the youngest bull out there. That's crazy.
He's a young puppy. I'm the big dog here. Whatever I say goes.
While the winner of Magic and Michael's Can You Top This challenge remained in doubt, when it came to facing the competition in the Tournament of the Americas, the team stood united.
When we took the court in Portland, which, you know, we're on home ground, we wanted to showcase to the fans who would be representing them.
Oh yeah, let's play D. In that pocket, boy. Hey.
I'm gonna send a message around the world today that y'all can give it up. You foreigners can give it up.
What? Barkley is talking crazy. Hey.
Set him up perfectly.
Give me that, boy.
The Americans won their 6 games at the tournament by an average of 50 points.
Oh my God, good dimes.
All right, Larry, your impressions of tonight's game.
Average of 50.
The gold medal was no surprise. But what was unexpected
Duh.
was the team's interactions with their opponents, who showered them with adulation before, after, and even during games.
I would have got a picture too. I would have got an autograph. I would have bought my game jersey.
The Tournament of the Americas had served its purpose. The U.S. had qualified for the Barcelona Games and given the world its first glimpse of what was coming later that summer.
Bro, why Charles just looking at the camera, dude?
To get to Barcelona, win the gold medal, and bring it back where it's supposed to be. Thank you.
On July 18, 1992, with the Barcelona Olympics a week away, the U.S. men's basketball team headed overseas.
Straight back into the left, private room, follow Urban.
They would hold several days of practice in Monte Carlo and play one more tune-up before heading to the Olympics. The luxurious setting on the Mediterranean Sea was fitting for what already may have been the world's most famous team.
Johnny boy.
Monte Carlo is one of those glamorous cities, and here we were with
y'all rock with them
most
chains.
glamorous
Chains
team
used to be
ever.
rocking was hard.
So it's kind of a rock starish kind of a thing.
The players were relaxed and confident, and willing to admit there was more to the trip than just basketball.
I don't worry about playing basketball. That comes natural. I just want to have fun. David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan. This is like spring break in the ghetto.
The opulent resort town was a playground waiting to be explored. And the players weren't shy about enjoying themselves.
Are y'all filming me? Now look.
The scene in Monte Carlo was great. It was just breathtaking. I was down on the beach, just kind of trying to enjoy some of the scenery. Look at this. It's paradise.
I think every team in the NBA should train here, actually. They need to get a team here.
Every day we got back to practice, we made a beeline to the swimming pool because all those girls were laying out topless.
I'm going to be in that pool so much in the next 2 days. I don't think I'm on the swimming team in Barcelona.
Hey, bro, Chuck, own that, bro. What you own, Chuck? He said he trying to get to the Huz. He said forget all this hoop stuff, bro. We already won, bro. We're gonna win, bro. Where are the Huz at? Where are they at? Shout out, Chuck. You gotta chill, boy. You gonna get Magic started, boy. You better relax.
We're all out there with our significant others and all these women walking around topless coming, can I have an autograph? So I signed it and Michael pops me and tells me, see, usually you tell everybody no, but because this lady coming over topless, you gonna sign her autograph. My wife looking at me like,
what? He did it in front of his wife?
Patrick Ewing buying the beer at the pool. You know, $7 a beer, I never heard of that. Of course, Patrick didn't drink.
Hey, bro. Hey, your girl next to you, a girl come up to you. No, bro. She come up. Can I get an autograph? What y'all doing, bro? If it's a girl watching this, what are you doing if your man signed the autograph? Me personally, baby, it's an autograph. Relax. Go ahead. You want a picture too? Look, no, I'm just playing.
Drink, you know how much beer was.
one thing you don't want to do is drink beer with Larry Bird. And Larry Bird drinks Budweiser, which Budweiser is the strongest beer in the world. And my head hurt for like 2 days.
They were used to being opponents, but Monte Carlo was proving to be the perfect place to find common ground.
I got the coach, that means we get to go first.
Michael Jordan enjoys his golf, as did Chuck Daly.
I got the coach with me, man. I got carte blanche, you know what I mean?
Michael and Chuck played almost every single day, if not every day.
Come off the hill. That may be green, Chuck.
Chuck was playing his practice schedule around our golf town.
Ain't Chuck trash at golf?
It was ideal. Play a little bit of basketball, play a little golf, and you're in Monte Carlo.
Yeah, it sounds like a basketball.
The relationship that
I'm
a
better
head
than them.
coach has with his main guy is incredibly important. Chuck's ability to get Michael is amazing because think of how bitter enemies they had to be. Chuck devised the defense that drove Jordan out of his mind. And yet, here they are playing golf together.
Jordan could really have unbelievably bad feelings towards Chuck. Chuck understood that, and he embraced them.
Chuck, yeah. How many I gotta give you today? Huh? How many I gotta give you?
Oh, the coach named Chuck too?
That was
Oh,
a
he's talking
bonding
about
thing
Barkley.
for me and Chuck. Always been a thing that I treasure just as much as being a part of the team.
For Jordan, golf was only one part of the whirlwind schedule, which his teammates were discovering was just the way he liked it.
What are you doing today, Amjad? What you gonna do? You wanna sleep? I remember thinking that. Does this guy ever sleep?
Golf, 36 holes. I'm playing it tomorrow too.
He would do more things and be ready to practice and play as much as anybody.
The thing that I remember the most was going out and playing golf with Michael Jordan before a game. And I thought, and I'm going to be exhausted tonight. And Michael just had ridiculous energy and was phenomenal. I felt like I was running in quicksand a little bit. And so, it gave me a whole nother level of respect for kind of the freak of nature that he really is.
Grab that plate of food, Jim.
We played cards in Magic Room till 5 o'clock in the morning pretty much every night. It was so much fun.
Right, homie?
Yeah, I'm tired.
He's like a bionic guy, or he'd play cards, play golf, play basketball.
Jordan going all the way.
I don't know when he ever slept. Finally, after a ball game, he was just lying down. And I looked at him, I said, I think that's the first time he's gone to sleep on the whole trip.
Hey, the playing cards just like made me think about it. It's off topic, but what do y'all think Michael Jordan and them and Larry Bird and Magic, like what would they over-unders be on like FanDuel, Prize Picks, Underdog? You know what I mean? What y'all think? I'll be taking the over on Jordan every single game. Me personally, because he don't stop shooting. You know what I mean? And he's going it for a career high every game. I would take the over every game. Magic assists, give me the over. Larry PRA, give me over. You know what I mean? That's a free 3-man right there. They lucky they didn't have. They lucky the Dream Team not today, because I would have been up. I would have been up, bro. And let me know if y'all want to start seeing the underdog picks, bro. We can start putting them out there, bro. I'll be yeah. Hey, if you this deep into the video, you might have just drop in the comments, drop underdog. I'm gonna tap you in, bro. We gonna start doing some picks together.
After a few days in Monte Carlo, the players returned to the court for an exhibition against the French national team.
Everybody had their eyes on one team. You could feel that it was just such talent and such incredible skill, and it was just such a pleasure to watch.
Hey!
The Americans won the game easily, even if their performance was far short of seamless.
If you made it this far, comment USA.
I didn't like any of it.
It was a terrible game, and U.S. looked half interested. And so Chuck kind of the next morning in Monte Carlo, even though everybody was a little hungover and tired, had to really kick their butt.
Chuck says, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to play it like a real game. We're going to play 4 quarters.
We had me, Scotty, Mullins, Bird, and Patrick, and Magic had his 5. We weren't going to change that team at no point in time. You got your 5, I got my 5.
We gave them the college guy. You can have Christian Laettner. We don't want him. You can have him.
He's just over there waiting to tag in. But it was about pride, and the college kid couldn't help either one of the teams.
Michael Jordan called Clyde out and went at him. Tell him, this is what I'm going to do to you. Fall away jumper, good. What did I tell you? So I said, no, Clyde, you better get him back. You better get him back.
Give me that.
Charles Barkley said, I want to take Karl Malone now. So Charles gets it.
Let's get busy.
Fall away jumper, good.
I said, Carl, you got to get him back.
Okay.
You better go down there and get him back.
Okay.
Carl went right at him.
Come here.
Shot. You ain't nothing, Barkley. So
Okay.
I came down.
He feels like he's in an opportunity to prove himself.
Oh my
Showcase
God.
that. Hey, look, I'm still mad.
Hey man, hey, if you in the video right now, comment. Hey, Magic's so funny, bro.
Johnson, I still dominate this game.
That's all right. That's all right. We go from here.
Magic was saying, you ain't the guy, and we got other players in this gym.
Don't be cheating on me.
Doesn't take much to get Michael going. Just a little something to tweak him, and it's on.
Never like to lose. Mike always got that look. When you see that look, then you know just give him the damn ball and get out the way.
Said you know all about it, Scott.
As much as it was 5-on-5, you could see in Monte Carlo that it was gravitating towards, okay, Michael and Magic.
Magic was hesitant to surrender his place on the mountaintop. And Michael, being Michael, he needed to say, no, I'm on the top of the mountain
Thanks,
now.
shot.
Magic was saying, look, NBA's not yours yet. I'm still here. Michael's like, no, it's over. This is mine. And the funny thing was Larry was sitting on the side going, it's his.
Chuck realized the competition aspect was getting a little bit too high.
Killing everybody on our squad.
He wanted to end practice, but Magic didn't want to end because he wanted to keep playing because we just kicked his ass.
How you like that ass kicking we gave y'all?
No. Come on, man.
Well, y'all got the first quarter of practice.
By the time practice was over, even Magic had to acknowledge basketball's landscape had been changed forever.
Larry and I were talking, and Michael walks in, and he says, "There's a new sheriff in town." And we both hit each other like, well, he's not lying.
Monte Carlo was kind of a turning point. Walls started to come down from, when you're playing against each other, you have these rivalries. These are my teammates now. They're guys that, that I'm looking towards for support. It seemed like we became more friends than anything else.
That's good.
The players were off to Barcelona, headed to the Olympics.
W bonding.
Unmistakably, as a team.
What kind of cake is that?
The United States men's basketball team landed in Barcelona for the Olympics on July 24th, 1992. In store was an experience unlike anything they or the sports world had ever seen.
The plane landing in Barcelona, helicopters flying over it.
We're thinking, wow, what is all the commotion? What happened? And then we figured out they were there for us.
That was the first time that we realized how popular and how enormous this thing was. I was like,
they got
guys, if we
escorts.
lose, it's gonna be like the biggest upset in sports history.
Barkley was right. There was no margin for error. A reality the rest of the team openly accepted in their first press conference in Spain.
I know I'm really afraid to fail because I can't go back home if we don't win the gold. Even though from a little small place in Summerfield, those 250 people there said, I can't come back.
Barkley, meanwhile, handled an
We need
endless
the dub.
barrage of questions as only he could.
How did you feel in 1972 when the Soviet Union beat the United States in that wild game?
Well, I had just flunked my entrance exam into kindergarten, so that was the only thing.
Everybody that has ever been in front of a camera, we tend to not say certain things.
Why don't they just take their ass whipping like people and go home?
Barkley says things that we would think about and never say.
We're gonna have a little revenge in our hearts for 72 and 88. David. Well, he can't say that because he's a Christian. But
Nah, bro. Hey, I didn't know Chuck act like this. Like he act like this in the NBA too, bro. I thought this was just like TNT. No, he really act like this, bro. That's why they just let him say anything. He is funny as fuck.
Man, you don't talk honestly enough to the media. You need to tell them what you're really thinking. I said, Charles, you talk too much to the media. You need to stop telling them everything you're thinking.
And when Charles was asked about the team's first opponent, his prediction was as honest as ever.
I don't know anything about Angola, but Angola's in trouble, I think.
Just moments ago, the Dream Team boarded the bus outside their hotel along the Ramblas. They're heading for their first matchup in Barcelona with the Angolas.
Cameras, bro. My grandma got that.
The first game, the real game, when we came out of the locker room and stepped on the court. And I finally said to myself, I can't believe this. I'm here.
At that point, we were in serious Olympic mode.
This actually may be
get to it.
Biggest mismatch of the entire.
Hey! What's wrong with him? Hey!
The U.S. with a 46-1 run.
46-1 is insane.
It was just a tremendous atmosphere because there was an appreciation for how great the U.S. players were.
After the first half,
64-16.
Marco's pregame prediction appeared dead on. But in the second, Charles found some trouble.
I had the players in Angola who play against South Barkley. They told us there's no a kid, a fat boy, is many aggressive in the paint.
Rebound Barkley. Rebound Barkley. And he's fouled. Shoves David.
Chill, Charles. They is whooping him though.
Dirty. And I told old boy, I don't even know if he understood. I said, hey man, ease up on the elbow.
Barkley.
Bro, Charles is sweet. Talk about I don't even know if he understood me, but I told him he's up on the elbows. Oh my God, Charles is funny as shit, bro.
I don't even know if he understood. I said, hey man, ease up on the elbow.
Barkley from Pippen.
I let it go twice.
You can see the frustration with Barkley.
And the next time I just cracked it.
What?
Barkley from Pippen.
He ain't even one of them.
While Jordan and Pippen had been winning back-to-back titles, Chicago GM Jerry Krause had been publicly wooing Kukoc to join the Bulls.
Krause was recruiting this
He's
guy
been
and
recruiting.
talking how great he was. You know, that's like a father who has all his kids and now he sees another kid that he loves more than he loves his own. So we were not playing against Tony Kukoc. We were playing against Jerry Krause in a Croatian uniform.
But unfortunately for the real Tony Kukoc, he was now the target of the world's two best defensive players.
They was debating who was going to guard him. No, I got it. No, I got it.
I'm looking at Michael and Scotty, and they're ready for, like, blood. Like, man.
We knew the world was going to be watching. We knew everyone wanted to see what Tony Kukoc was like, and we were going to give him the worst experience.
They're finna lock that little shit up, boy.
Court.
Pippen drew
Look
the
at
initial
it, full
assignment
court.
of shadowing Kukoc and harassed the Croatian from the opening whistle.
It was hard to run across the half court without a ball. And with the ball, it was just, here, somebody else get it.
Tony definitely was getting the shot up, and he wasn't going to score.
Kukoc is nothing for 4, and he's contributed nothing.
We wanted to go guard him on the bench.
Kukoc is called for the offensive foul.
Oh my goodness.
Continues.
They playing
And
defense,
after
bro.
Pippen wore Kukoc down, it was Jordan's turn.
Kukoc.
Yeah.
Jordan, he reads it better than anyone. Slam dunk.
Them dudes were all over him.
Give me that.
Rejected Kukoc. Here's a 3-on-2. Pippen.
Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all think they wrong for doing him like this? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like if I was a GM, I'd be like, hey, bro, chill, bro. I'm just trying to get another pickup so y'all job can be easier. Why is y'all doing him like that? Relax. He not taking y'all spot, bro. He just, you know what I mean?
I had a question from my teammates.
He done messed his
And I said, wow, we are having an effect over here.
He said he got to give him a good picture, boy. I feel him. We'll get you a flick, bro. Courtside flicks. Them exclusive picks.
The President of the United States was in the midst of a caravan that was going through the streets.
It was like the Beatles, where there's thousands and thousands of people waiting all the time.
What kind of headphones are those?
We're like, wow, this is amazing.
No one member of the Dream Team reveled in the Olympic experience more than Charles Barkley. After throwing the controversial elbow against Angola, Barkley had emerged as the team's most visible player.
Everybody always had the same question. How much of an ass is Charles Barkley?
Hey, Jack, when am I going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated for this stuff? I should be on the Dream Team cover.
And then every time you'd go spend time with him, you know, you'd just realize that he was the most enjoyable act, not only in all of sports, but possibly in all of pop culture.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Chuck, Mike.
Right away, I told my editors, I said, well, the number one angle here is what is Charles doing?
And if you wanted the answer to that question, all you had to do was follow the crowds.
They're like, we don't want you guys out and about because we don't know how safe it is. And I'm like, dude, I'm at the Olympics. I'm not going to stay in my room the whole time.
So
you're not worried about none of that.
Ramblas, a man of the people, if ever there was one.
Man, I walked up and down the Rumblers every night, and the people were fantastic. They all wanted autographs and wanted to take pictures.
We could be inside the hotel. Soon we heard the big roar. We said, there go Charles. So Charles would be walking, and then thousands would be following him everywhere he went. You know, he was the.
Hey, I rock with Charles.
Charles would go
Charles
over
funny.
to the village and like find the Angolan players and hang out along the
What?
Ramblas at night. He was the most memorable person of the 1992 Olympics.
I just saw this touch he had. I don't think anybody else in the world could have done it besides Charles Barkley. At the end of the day, he was America's best ambassador.
Bro, if they had like YouTube videos and stuff back then, bro. If Charles was like a YouTuber, and he just went out and made YouTube videos while he was down there, he would get 100 million views, bro. Like, he's just a guy for the people. Like, people want to see him. He entertaining, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Barkley was celebrated for experiencing the Olympics on his own terms. More quietly, one of his teammates found a way to do the same.
We had the motorcycle escorts and we bust through traffic like Dick Tracy. But this one day we got stuck in traffic and we're just sitting.
But even more memorable were the unlikely friendships developing behind the curtain.
It was a unique mix. You know, Larry Bird and Patrick Ewing became like best friends. I got a white guy from Indiana, and I got a brother from Jamaica.
Patrick said I could pick his mind. It took me 3 minutes. Now he gets a chance to come back and start picking on mine.
Took me one. We were probably the two of the most unlikely people you thought that would be friends. But if you look, not only Larry and I got to be great friends, but all of those guys got to be much better friends.
We all enjoyed each other. We all enjoyed the ride. And we got a sense of each other as men. Then, when we got to the court, it made it even better.
The Dream Team's chemistry turned out to be the hallmark of their success, as the players closed in on what they came for.
Sure hard.
Barkley now with the side-leading cheers.
Their big margins of victory may have been a testament to their dominance, but numbers couldn't capture what made watching them so unforgettable.
Guys played the best basketball you've ever seen in your life. It was literally like great poetry or great art.
At times you feel you're watching a performance.
Play, good pass.
Competition.
This was fun. This was like, it's how basketball's supposed to be.
And at the center of the fun was the team's biggest star, who had come to Barcelona at the peak of his powers and shown how much his popularity had exploded.
I will say this one thing about Michael Jordan. I've been around other celebrities in my life. I've never seen people react like they do to him. People go crazy when they see him.
In every corner of the world, there was someone who just wanted to see him.
Please, Michael Jordan!
No one had the sort of pull, the gravity that Michael Jordan had.
Jordan had initially come to Barcelona reluctantly, but an early morning trip just before the gold medal game revealed how meaningful his Olympic experience had become.
What time in the morning is it right now?
They set up a whole
quarter 7, something like that.
Thing for him?
Drinking coffee.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen would win their third title against Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns.
Jeez.
On the way to 6 championships overall, the last 3 with Tony Kukoc.
Tony.
Eventually, other members of the team would also win titles. But each NBA player on the Dream Team would reach the Hall of Fame. Still, it's what they did together that summer that had the biggest
That's
impact
a nasty
on the game.
squad.
An impact that continues to grow today.
It really lifted basketball, and it gave birth to international
Spain
stars
boys.
who had nothing to do with those.
What y'all know about
games
Bargnani?
Too, but who took so much from
Hito.
We made the game a worldwide game. You know, I talked to Tony Parker. I talked to Ginobili. I talked to Dirk Nowitzki. Those guys say their first love of basketball started with the Dream Team. And I'm really proud of that.
The world can change a lot in 20 years. But there are moments in time you never forget. No matter how long it's been. No matter how much else has changed in your life since. 20 years later, they've all kept ties to the game in one way or another.
My bad.
And they all talk about the summer of '92 as if it happened just yesterday. An experience still unlike any other in their remarkable basketball lives.
I've never had more fun being around anybody. Everybody got along. There was no ego. We had fun. You know, clearly everybody reminds me I never won a championship. So that to me was like winning the championship, winning the gold medal, and hanging out with these guys.
The reward itself.
You know what I mean? That's really a dream team. Like, that's the perfect name and everything. You know what I mean, bro? But hey, man, that's gonna do it for the video. If you made it this far, you're a real one. I'll rock with you. You a family member for sure. You know what I mean? And let me get a like, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys tomorrow with I got a video for y'all. Y'all know Mr. Consistent. He gonna stay consistent. He gonna get a video. I got something for y'all. You know? Or let me know in the comments what you want to see. If not, I got something. Don't worry about it. But man, with that being said, I'm out.